Imagine generating like 5 petabytes of data a day,
Yeah.
and your entire job is to find the single line of text that explains why a user in Tokyo couldn't load their shopping cart. Welcome to this deep dive into the GCP Observability Services Guide.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like an absolute nightmare for any operations team.
Right. So today our mission is to decode the 4 pillars of enterprise cloud operations for you. We're looking at logging, monitoring, error reporting, and trace. Because managing that much telemetry can easily overwhelm any team without the right systems in place. Okay, let's unpack this.
Well, the foundation here is cloud logging, right? Which is processing both unstructured and structured logs across your entire infrastructure. But, it's not just some passive storage bucket.
Yeah, the log router acts more like an automated corporate mailroom.
Exactly. It's making these microsecond routing decisions based on data shape and compliance tags before the data even touches a disk.
Right, so if you need a 7-year archive for compliance, it routes it to cloud storage. Or if you're running complex analytical queries, it goes straight to BigQuery.
Yeah, and if it's a high-priority security event, it streams instantly to an external SIEM like Splunk via PubSub.
Which is crazy fast.
It is. And what's fascinating here is how it handles blind spots. So when an application doesn't natively export metrics, cloud logging uses log-based metrics.
Wait, does it just guess what those metrics should be?
No. It actively parses the unstructured text using regex patterns. It extracts specific string occurrences and dynamically converts them into numerical time series counters.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're magically converting raw text into a trackable metric.
Yeah. But, storing petabytes of logs and parsing counters is kind of useless if nobody is actively watching them.
Exactly. We need a system actively tracking that before users notice an outage and flood the support channels.
Which brings us to cloud monitoring. It tracks your service-level objectives natively across GCP, AWS, and even on-premises infrastructure.
All to aggressively reduce your mean time to detect, right?
Exactly. It's probing endpoints globally to catch the issue fast.
So what does this all mean? Like when the monitoring alarm actually goes off, how do developers avoid manually digging through millions of raw log lines to find the bug?
Well, that next step depends entirely on how the system is failing. So if there's a sudden spike in HTTP 5XX crashes, error reporting steps in.
And that automatically parses the stack traces, right?
Yeah, it deduplicates them across Java, Python, Go, whatever you're using. It groups identical errors into a single event to slash your mean time to resolution.
Because you aren't sifting through redundant logs.
Exactly.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Wait, what if the application doesn't crash? What if the request succeeds with an HTTP 200, but it just takes 10 seconds to load?
Yeah. That's the nightmare scenario in distributed systems. If we connect this to the bigger picture, this is where Cloud Trace comes in.
Because you need to find out exactly where the traffic jam is.
Right. Trace uses waterfall latency visualizations to eliminate the guesswork.
Oh, so it shows you exactly which downstream database, query, or microservice is causing that P95 or P99 latency degradation.
Exactly. Down to the millisecond.
Okay, so synthesizing this workflow for you. Logging stores the history, right?
Yep.
Monitoring tracks the health and sounds the alarm.
Correct.
Error reporting isolates the broken code, and trace finds the traffic jam.
That's the perfect summary. And, it raises a really interesting point. The sources note that Cloud Trace can actually automatically analyze latency drift between software releases.
Oh, wow. Which leaves you with something to chew on. If our observability tools are already pinpointing exact performance regressions across releases, how long until these systems don't just alert us to the bottleneck, but automatically rewrite the inefficient code themselves?